A high-value man's dating life is just another example of how he operates on a higher level than the average Joe. Women appreciate the fact that they don't talk to them like 99% of men do. A man of high value will naturally cause fear in the hearts of women, while the average guy gets nervous when he's around a beautiful woman. Either they will act completely ridiculous, or they won't bother trying. Knowing how high-quality men communicate with women can help you have more successful dates. This is important background reading before we proceed. Beautiful women do exist. They are, however, human beings and subject to death like the rest of us. They have the same foul morning breath as the rest of us in the morning, and so do not hold them in excessive awe. No matter how stunning a woman may be, men of high value never treat her with worship. They're fully aware that she could be replaced immediately if necessary. Men of this ilk are well aware that the world is replete with stunning female beauty, but that not a single one of them is without flaws. This is reflected in their attitude and language toward females. Basically, most dudes just don't get the fundamentals. Let's delve in a bit further now. There are 5 ways successful men talk to women that we'll go over in this video. Number 1, you must crush her pride. Because they have been worshipped by simps, most women have enormous egos. Because men constantly fill their gas tanks, their sense of self-importance grew. I appreciate that men can usually tell when a woman has an inflated sense of self-importance and won't pander to her. Perhaps you will ground her in reality and teach her a lesson. You won't bother arguing with her because of this, like he does. You do this by making her feel like the most unimportant, replaceable girl in the world. Imagine a group of regular guys trying to make an impression on a pretty girl. There is, however, one man who stands out from the rest. This guy isn't your typical type, and he makes the girl feel like she has no value to him. The girl will be snapped back to earth by this alone. A man of high worth, you see, had to work hard and be disciplined for a very long time in order to reach his current level of excellence. A woman's physical attractiveness will not be enough to make him treat her as an equal. She needs to disabuse him of the notion that she is nothing more than a vain Instagram model. This is the honest truth. In private, most women enjoy it when a successful man manages to crush their pride. The female gender tends to engage in multiple relationships at once. This means that they are perpetually seeking a man who is superior to themselves. She has a hard time romanticizing men she considers to be beneath her. In spite of the fact that he may be richer and smarter than she is, she will still consider him a low-value man if he constantly flatters her ego. Some high-quality males are experts at crushing a woman's inflated ego because they know what she's worth. In the future, there will be more instructional videos released on precisely how to crush a woman's pride. Don't miss out. Subscribe to the channel now. Number 2. Compliments. Women are used to compliments, so when they receive one, it may not mean as much to them. However, they still have a need for daily reassurance. Men of worth know how to flatter a woman properly. Most women, it has been said, have enormous egos. Even if the average guy is on the fence about whether or not he should approach a woman, there are some women out there who are modest and sweet. The high-value man makes a snap judgment on whether or not she is worthwhile. He'll go up to her if he sees that she is and introduce himself. He may pay her a compliment, but then quickly move on. This man is too busy to waste time fooling around and spoiling her ego. He could tell her she's gorgeous, but that would be the extent of his compliments to her. The next compliment to her will be hard-earned. He does not lavish her with praise, and he does not linger around babbling incoherently. The only reason a simp would ever compliment a woman is to try to win her over. They can't help but treat her extraordinarily well and shower her with praise. Some people even flood their direct messages with compliments and smiley faces. When a man of high value compliments a woman, he doesn't sound needy or exaggerate her qualities. It's clear that the high-value man isn't admiring her or in a constant state of validating her. This will multiply the value of his compliment by a factor of 1,000 compared to the standard compliments he normally receives. Number 3, you need to know how to communicate and leave. The majority of guys are concerned with how to win her over initially, but they neglect to plan for when the conversation has run its course. The art of knowing when and how to leave a conversation can be just as crucial as making a good first impression. Bear in mind that not every initial encounter calls for a deep dive into a topic. Just saying hello or introducing yourself would suffice. If you want to have a longer conversation with her, you should let her do most of the talking. Self-centered conversation is a favorite pastime of females. Just ask her a few more questions, and she'll start talking about other things again. Don't answer her questions with a novel. Spend a few minutes chatting, and then we'll wrap up. It would be polite to mention her name and that it was nice to meet her. Once you're ready to end the conversation, simply tell her you have to leave. She will realize she talked mostly about herself and that you are mysterious after you end the conversation and go about your day. Keep in mind that since you initiated contact, it is your responsibility to end it. Men of substance don't waste time chatting with women for hours on end. Number 4, do not seek approval. A low-quality guy will constantly probe women for their opinions in an attempt to feel better about themselves. These fellas hit you with questions like, "What do you think? How do I look?" They project an air of insecurity. Do you think a man of such high worth would listen to advice from a woman because he knows he will succeed? They are already well aware of their attractiveness and their worth. If you want compliments, it's better to keep quiet and not ask for them. It's not a manly action to take. Knowing what not to say to a woman is an important part of learning how to talk to her. The moment a man opens his mouth, many women automatically tune out. Number 5. Be mysterious. Women are attracted to men who have an air of mystery about them. The truth is that most men are boring to women because they are so easily categorized. She's prepared for the guy's response and knows exactly when he'll send a text. Boring. A man of value is skilled in the art of concealment. Even when he does text her, it is never at the same time or with the same message. He may take a while to respond, or he may choose to call her instead of texting. When he's busy, he can't pick her up, but when he has time, he takes her to a nice restaurant. He doesn't fill her in on the details of his job or the issues he's facing. She has tried to make him jealous, but he has shown no reaction. She is left wondering what on earth is going on in his head after it completely fails. There is no telling what this man will do. Nothing he says or does is predictable, and that makes him unpredictable.